Okay, we're back for more Stanley Parable. Everybody, yay for us doing Stanley Parable. We're gonna
This is the story.
do that. So, yeah. Alright. So, we are going to do another thing, I guess.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
What?
Wait, what did it say? I wasn't in the stream yet. What happened?
Okay, so he said that Stanley would hope to one day see weather. Or at least rain. So that's sad. Oh my god, that is sad. Okay, so we're gonna play more of this. There's like probably infinite amount of conclusion. Okay, that doesn't do anything. I was curious for who knows how long. But yeah, we're gonna go on and get different endings.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So should we do left or right?
Right.
Okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, the admiration is high.
Wow, yes, this room. What a beautiful room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, he likes to just get back on topic, even in his sentences.
He cuts himself off.
Yep.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Hey.
All right, let's stick with the
Stanley,
platform
I
this
think
time.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
So don't jump off onto
There's someone
this.
you've been neglecting,
No,
Stanley.
not right now. Not yet.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Hey, that's not ominous, okay.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Alright, I'll just pick up the phone that's, underneath this ominous light. Okay.
What happened?
Oh.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
What?
All right.
Can't move.
Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay, then,
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What?
Oh.
Good morning, employee. Press RT on the gamepad. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oh. Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Weird man.
Oh.
Okay, LT. watch TV. There's no TV in here.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day at hard work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Oh, right.
The thought
excited TV was where the clock is. Spend time with the boys.
Okay, apparently I have kids.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Okay, well then I am just going to,
What?
I don't know it.
As he wandered through this fantasy world...
Oh god, what happened?
What are you doing?
I didn't mean it! Hold on, wait. I was just trying to get a screenshot. Wait, okay.
He began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
What?
And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Okay, well,
it was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Is that okay? Tell RT to your wife.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. What? Nothing has changed.
Wait.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Oh, come on. Oh. LB to go to sleep. I don't want to.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
What do we do? Do we listen to him?
I can press X and A, B. B doesn't do anything. LB, RB, RT, LT. Okay, it's not gonna do anything. Well then I'm just gonna press Y.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Okay, I'm just going to question nothing now.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Okay.
And I tried.
Oh. Okay, well,
Okay.
that was darker, but okay, okay, who knew that would happen when I saw the wife and, oh.
This is much different.
Wait a minute.
That's a different hallway.
This is not.
It's the apartment again?
No, this is.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What happened? I mean, okay. That was not. I'm not. What?
I don't know what to do.
What just? All right. Well, we'll just.
I don't know.
I mean, we could go right or okay. We'll just go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
What?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What? Okay then. I mean, we just skipped an entire area. right? I mean, I'm not
The
imagining
lounge
that.
was sublime,
I don't
a
know.
work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I mean, there was an entire area we skipped, right?
The first office, yeah.
Yeah, there was like a hallway. I mean, okay. Well, I don't know if we're in the same thing. We still
We
haven't-
could do that. We can go through here, or we can try to unplug the phone.
Or we could just go through go onto the not the conveyor belt, but you know the thing.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I feel incredibly confused. I mean,
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you, or what? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are
Yes.
you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Well, I mean, when we did
Let me
that,
prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I mean, when we did that, you know, our wife was a mannequin, and now we had like 2 mannequin, half-human children.
I missed that. I didn't see that.
Well, no, I didn't show them. I'm just saying. That, okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, we'll just go through the red door then.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Oh my God, it's
I wanted
a
to
circle?
stop.
Square?
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Is there... Oh, okay, it's gonna be the same on either side, alright. Probably. Okay, well...
Alright.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Oh.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a bunch of lights. Well, gonna end that moment. Oh.
No, wait. Where are you going?
What?
What the...
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I mean, I don't think we can die.
There are guardrails. I mean,
Yeah.
they're there for a reason.
Yeah. We haven't died in any of the endings yet, have we?
Please,
No,
no,
not really.
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Oh. I mean...
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
You could go back down the stairs.
I mean, we could, but
go back.
I mean...
Go back into the happy room.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, if we do that, then, you know...
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Neither do you.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, there's no other way to play the game. I mean...
But like,
Yeah, I mean,
But
I guess we could go back down. I mean, I
Who
wasn't
knows?
thinking we were gonna actually jump down. I thought we were gonna go into a different room and not jump down from up there. I mean, I wasn't expecting.
maybe if we go back, you'll say something different.
Oh.
Oh.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
I think that's the only way out of this.
Maybe. But I guess
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
What have we achieved?
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
Well, never thought that suicide would happen in this game, but hey! I mean, we did die, technically, if we jump off the one thing, but I mean, like, you know, it's not, I mean...
Are we... You gonna do it?
Yep, Geronimo.
No!
Oh, come on!
Thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please... No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Because there's more of the game out of it. Oh, God.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
No.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Oh, God, now I feel like a jerk. Like, the worst way. I mean...
Can we try going back to the room?
I mean, almost like...
One time.
Survive jumping off this one, right?
Oh, but what if you don't?
I mean... Right.
What if you don't, though?
We'll go into the space room with all the magical space.
Wait, is that a door you can open? Or no? Or is that just wood? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just wood.
Back to the happy room for now.
Space room with all the space. And be in there forever. Space. Space.
Maybe it'll be different.
Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Oh, God, no.
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Yep, we're gonna have to kill ourselves. Yep, there's no way out of this. Besides killing ourselves.
Perhaps not.
Maybe you really can't see what he's trying to tell us.
Well, I mean, you know, there's game, and then there's other things, and there's a giant, huge stairwell. I mean, who wouldn't want to climb up a stairwell like 50,000 times?
But we and I don't know who this other guy is, the narrator could be happy. You would take that from him?
I mean, we already went through a door that allowed us to go outside, ending his narrating.
But
and stuff. So,
that's not his happiness. That was Stanley's.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also the ground. Looks very happy and welcoming.
The ground looks welcoming.
Yeah, I mean, it looks very welcoming.
Oh no.
And we're still
Maybe you're
alive.
just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Well then. Alright then. Try to see if anything...
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Oh.
It's slightly different every time we come back.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
Alright then, well, he looks very pretty.
You know the staying in that one room for 4 hours with the baby?
Yeah.
What if you were to stay here for a while?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it would really do anything, would it?
I don't know.
I don't think he'll say anything. I mean, he doesn't really say anything until we go down the stairs again. And then back up, and then into the room, and then he stays quiet.
Alright then.
Don't do this at home, kids. That's just one thing I want to say. Or adults.
He hasn't said anything.
Kids or adults, don't do this at home or in buildings or, you know, in stairwells or in any other place.
He still hasn't said anything.
Nope. Don't do this at home.
Is it over?
Oh.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh no.
Okay, well, that happened.
How could you have no heart?
What? I have a heart. It's just not...
How could you not let it be happy?
I mean, we would have been there for like 6 years, and then...
And we would have been happy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Time to see what happens if we do a thing. Because, you know, we did the suicide, and Sean is depressed.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sean? Sean, you still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, are you still depressed about committing possible suicide that happened?
No, I'm just upset that the narrator's not going to be happy. And then now he's back to this, like, monotone
Yet there
state.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Talk less. To do an incredible job, you just gotta talk less.
Talk less, do the best work you could possibly do.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
We're
to his
downstairs.
boss's office.
Oh.
That's ominous.
That's, okay.
Oh, wait,
There's
can you...
fire hose.
Is that a red light or button?
That's
just-
light.
Okay.
We are going...
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my god, it's going insane. And now the thing. I keep on getting these stupid ad things and trying to get it out of the way. Sorry about that, everyone, for doing that. But, you know, had to do
You're
that.
ruining the immersion.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Great.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, okay then. Well,
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Oh, great.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh.
It didn't.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
Okay, well then that was pretty dark. I never thought going down a stairwell.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What?
Okay, well, huh.
And now we're skipping that office section again. What is happening?
Okay, well then, Okay then, well, we are just, okay, I will just,
I don't know what to think.
I am very
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
confused.
Go to the right.
Okay, hold on. There's this thing that keeps on popping up on the side of the screen. It keeps on bothering me. So no, I don't want to do Mac. God, no, I don't want to do Mac. No, stop. There's like 50,000 of them that keep on popping up. It's annoying. Okay, we're back. Or we've been back, but I mean I'm back. And yeah, okay, we're going to the right, and
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
okay then. Well,
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley, for the first but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Shibli? Sean.
I said sure.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What?
Let's not get back on track.
Okay, well then, there's a hallway, and there's an elevator.
Elevator, elevator, elevator.
Cool. We're going down an elevator, and now it's dark. Okay.
And now we're loading.
Oh, God.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Alright, well, there's no other way.
No other way.
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Alright, well then, we are going over
No,
here.
not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
He just hates the right section of the screen.
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Oh.
Okay.
We're going here then.
Oh, back to the...
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
No, wait, no, okay. Okay, guess we're... Oh. Huh, okay, well then...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, well... Alright. That was... pretty short, and...
When Stanley... Wait,
Whoa.
what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay, well, there's the door with,
Can't go through there.
Can't go through that one. Okay, I think...
If you go through a door, it'll close behind you, right?
Try to test it.
I guess we just go through this one?
It
It doesn't.
not. Okay, so... Nope, doesn't open. Okay, real quick, just want to...
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No, we're not.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Just weird. Okay, fine. Well,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
fine, we'll just go through the thing with the thing and all the numbers on the doors and,
Okay, yeah.
Now there's no
it's
doors.
worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
okay. Oh, no, that's just the door we came from. I thought it was a door.
Wait, back up. Look through that glass. Oh, okay, never mind.
No, wait.
It's just like maintenance. I thought like the roof had collapsed or something.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
Oh.
The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Alright. Oh.
What? Oh.
Now this...
Oh.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Oh, what?
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
I have
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
This is not...
Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay.
Well then.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
That's... Wait a minute.
I just want to make sure if... okay, no, it's the same.
No doors.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
It has a trademark. Has a trademark on it. That's amazing. Pretty funny. In the simplest of way. Okay.
It's a small joke, but it's a nice joke.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
What?
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think
That's
what
how
we
I
need
feel.
right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay.
Wait.
What the heck? Which way do you take? Oh.
What?
Oh my god.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley,
What?
this fern will be very important later in the story.
Will it?
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Well, it's firm.
Alright then.
I'll just be going.
A fern hadn't had any sort of place in the store
Wait,
before.
we're back
Oh
at
boy.
the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Alright, well, I'll just go where the line is going now.
But the line's going everywhere.
Well, I'm just following it, and,
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you...
Oh, come
I can't
on.
take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
no, I wanted
Dang
to go
it.
back.
Well, we get another chance, it looks like.
Apparently.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
But I tried to open that door. Alright, fine, we'll go here then.
He has full control over this world.
Now,
For everything.
yes,
Except
this
us.
is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
It's a
Still
square again.
wild. Use your imagination.
Oh, God.
Whatever it might be, Stanley.
Oh.
I'm ready for it.
Okay,
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Yeah, as you say, sir. Mr.
away.
Narrator.
Oh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
What?
Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Wait, but what about...
But left.
I want to go left. Fine. Oh.
The confusion ending.
What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Can you sit in the chair?
So, okay. I guess now we just wait.
No.
You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
What?
Oh.
Okay. I don't... what the... What? Okay. Okay. Well, that's we'll just say that's an episode, or... right there, and we'll just... Please subscribe and like, and I'm very confused. Yeah, we'll just leave it on that.
I don't know what to say.
Okay. Well, bye everyone.
Thank you all for watching. Bye.
I'm so confused.